Meh. Okay. Are we live? I think we're live. Gonna put the volume up a little bit. Little bit. Little bit. Little bit. Little bit. Meh. Oh god, how does that sound? Okay, that should be fine. Okay. Hello everyone. The machine spirit has not received its daily prayer. No, it has not, I'm afraid. Let me just double check. It's not, I'm afraid. Let me just double check. Okay, that's fine. Hello everyone. Hello Still. Hello Istri. Hello Arya. Hello Merwind. And Gutsan. Also Mikazuki, who was here at the very beginning, and the Cactus. Hello. Hello, Ringo. All right, just getting stuff ready. Oh, I need to post all the links. That's one, that's two. Nice. Oh, I should put the chat overlay up. No hi to me. Oh, hey, Sol. Sorry, I didn't see you in chat. Ah, my bad. But yes, hello everyone. It's nice to see everyone. It's gonna everything's up. I think my webcam is acting a little funny, so if my model starts acting bizarre, that's probably why. Sorry everyone. But hello everyone. We are back with what seems to be at least the last of the EPs, or at least the last of the non-copyright EPs. I do plan on doing another stream for the copyright specific, because it probably should take up about a stream and that'll be it. But still, we are back with more, and I'm really looking forward to watching the rest of it. I've been literally waiting the entirety of like, what, 3 or so days in order to react to the rest. I love the music in this game so much. But yes, I'm just wasting a little bit of time while everyone loads in. Hopefully my voice is sounding good. I did check, it doesn't seem to be crackling, so that should be good. Hello, Catboy. Hello. Right, okay, that's it. That's gone live. Stream Elements is up. So let's see what we have. We have... It looks like there's 10 songs left of this playlist. Where we last left off, we had finished with... what was it? Dorothy's theme, so Magic Theorem. Which is pretty good. It's a pretty nice song. Unfortunately, I can't really remember much of it. But nah, but so now we're continuing on. So these are EPs that have gone on from beyond the global release. These are the Casdell fan uploads. 11 songs left actually. Are you sure? Because it's 74 to 84, which is 10, right? Unless maybe my math is wrong. My math might be wrong. I did check on Casdell, and there doesn't seem to be another EP sooner than a week ago, so... Although that could be 11. My math might be wrong, but either way, we'll see what goes on. Anyway, let's get everything. I think everything is right. It's gonna waste a little bit more time while everything loads up. Fortunately, I didn't really give much of a notice in between because I was doing stuff like, in real life. Ak and Lin have new EP. Yes, I believe Ak's new EP is the one that I'm using the thumbnail for, I think. Dreamy released a video today regarding Fartooth, and I had to finish first before coming in. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I manually counted them 4 times, and now it's 11. Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, if I were to say 74 to 84, that would normally be 10, but I don't necessarily count. Saw Ak, InstaClick. He is kind of cute, I'd admit. I admit Ak is kind of cute, so I can't blame you. That's you stream how long yesterday? Oh, I streamed 7, nearly 8 hours, I think, last stream. But still, yeah. All right, I think everything is up. I will give it a couple of more minutes and then I will start off. So I think about the 10-minute mark I'll start. Very. Oh, shush, bro. Fun fact, Ark's JP VA is Boruto's. Oh, interesting. I haven't watched Boruto yet. Actually, I haven't watched Naruto yet either. It's one of those ones where it's like, I want to watch it, but it's so long that I'm probably just going to wait until summer. Yeah, just get through. Okay, everything is up. Everything is up, isn't it? Yeah, it's okay. It looks up. That looks up. That looks up. Okay. And Lee's JPVA is Kisuke Urahara. Okay, interesting. Okay, I think everything is up, so I am going to go right into it. Okay, make sure that's up. Yep, okay, so the first one, you need to watch the first and second season of Naruto to get hooked. True. But anyway, yeah, so the first one we'll be watching rather, is Stainless Heart, I believe, or Return to Mist Theme. Okay, so it seems to have two titles, Stainless Heart and Return to Mist Theme. I'm not sure what Return to Mist is. It must be, I'm guessing it's one of the previous events, or maybe another, or one of the story missions or something, or one of the chapters maybe. Oh, chapter 11. Okay. So that's the OST anyway, so main story, right? Okay, interesting. So, as usual, I imagine there's probably going to be a lot of smiley faces then if I ask questions, but I will try to make some guesses based on the music only about either a character or an event or whatever it is that's being portrayed. I need to make sure that, oh, put the volume down just a little. Also going to put the volume up on the stream just a little, just to make sure, because I want to keep it back to the balance that I normally have. And let us begin. As usual, let me know if there's any audio imbalance. Oh, that might be a little bit loud. Oh, interesting. Oh, I like that. It looks like a little nail gun. Oh. Oh, who is she? Or he? Oh, it's a drill, not a nail gun. He, okay. Thank you. He looks really cute, not gonna lie. Oh, I like the song. His codename is Stainless. Oh, interesting. Oh, this kind of reminds me of like. It actually reminds me of Starset or Linkin Park. Catboys. Yes, yep. Chapter 11, is that still Victoria? Or have they moved on to another place by then? I know Chapter 9 is Victoria. Oh, I like the song. Still Victoria. Oh, nice. A fellow Victorian catboy. Oh. Oh, I really like the song. Oh, I like the song.
New donation from Kagera.
Hey, Kagera, thank you for the donation. Actually, yeah, this is giving me quite Linkin Park vibes. Or, and bear with me, Falling in Reverse. Not by much, I'd say more Starset and Linkin Park, but also a little bit of Falling in Reverse. This is just a way that Kagura announces to join the stream. Yes. Oh, I love this song. First main story is chapter 8. Even if we make it to average, reunion arc is probably about 5 chapter long. The Victoria arc is on 3 chapter. Oh, okay, interesting. Karma Stainless cosplay. That would be interesting. He does have a really nice outfit. Oh no, it's the end. Oh. Okay, so pause. Back to that. Have one where he's opened his eyes. Yes. Okay. I really liked that song. It was very reminiscent of like more modern rock metal, like Linkin Park, like not Sunset, Starset rather. I do also kind of feel like Falling in Reverse. I know Falling in Reverse is a little bit heavier, but it does also give me that sort of vibe. But it's honestly a really good song, and I really like the character as well. I know nothing about Stainless. I have never seen him at all, not just in game, but just in general. This is the first time seeing him. And I suppose with these being more so the Chinese releases, that probably makes sense. This is probably the point where they might not be in global, or maybe only recently or something. Or maybe I just haven't seen him. It could just be that I haven't seen him. There's a lot of characters I haven't seen yet, just on basis of the fact that there's so many of them. I really like his design as well. I'm getting engineer vibes, but like Tinkerer kind of engineer. So like not necessarily official, but like street engineer, or someone who takes scrap and would make it into a thing. Like he gives me that sort of vibe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what the character is. He could be official, but I don't think he's an official. He looks more like a a regular sort of person in a way. So which leads me to like the street engineer as opposed to a official government one. And also just his general design, it looks very tinkery. It looks like he's put it together himself. And even the little robot on his arm looks like something that he would make himself. Like that typical sort of trope for a homebrew engineer, like someone who makes everything themselves, including like their companion. I mean, I don't know if that's the case, but that is the vibe that it gives me. But he does look really cool, and I think someone did say it is Victoria still. I don't recognize the place. It looks like it's almost underground in a way, like it looks like that's a roof. Maybe like I mean, it kind of reminds me of like a stadium in a way, where the stadium will close its roof if it rains. It almost looks like that. It looks like an not necessarily underground city, but almost like that with the way that it looks like it would close. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. If you're not going to have a moving city, then if you do have to deal with the catastrophes, it would make sense. If you don't have a moving city, that you would have an underground city. Or maybe it's just a it could just be a protective shelter. Or maybe it's just a sunscreen. Like it might not that thing might not even close. It's probably just an image. But like it just looks like something that would close. It makes me think of like a stadium roof. How they always close. But still, I really do like the character. He does make me think of a Tinkerer sort of character. And it does make me curious as to what his actual abilities would be as well. I don't know if I saw him in any of the CN trailers. I might actually have to go back and see if there are any new um Chinese trailers that I haven't reacted to since the part 2 that I did a month or so ago. But still, anyway, this is not about the characters, it's about the music. So the music, I do really like it. You saw him. Oh, okay, so I might have just missed it then. Or I might have forgotten it. He's in Chapter 11 trailer. Oh, right, okay, so I probably have seen it. I'll watch back on it then, because it has been a couple of months, so, you know, bear with me, I might have forgotten. Also, hello, White Cat. But yeah, it's a really good song, and as I mentioned beforehand, it did give me vibes of like the more modern rock metal, like Starset, like what's it called? What did I mention before? Linkin Park, and kind of like Falling in Reverse, just not as heavy. But it's a really good song, and a great one to start with as well. Like a really pumped up, quite. It also gives you that because of the genre. It gives you that rebellious vibe. And I'm assuming he's not a government affiliated character. I'm assuming he's probably more of either a regular person or like someone against. Because if I remember correctly, Victoria's current government isn't particularly good, or it was taken over or something like that. Just from what I remember of the CC, the Sarkaz took control or something, didn't they? I don't answer because that's spoiler, but like, so he does give me a rebellious vibe because again, because of the music, because of the young blood sort of music that of the genre. So I'm assuming he's probably against the grain. Is probably more so on our side. Well, the lyrics would hint to that. Okay, yeah, true. That is true. Actually, it was, but again, that also gives me that sort of it is very much a song. It's very much the lyrics that did give me that rebellious vibe. It's very much the teenage. Well, I say teenage rebellion. He kind of looks like he's probably more so 18, 19, maybe 20. But you know, that sort of teenage rebellion song is kind of the vibe that it gave me. But yeah, really good song. Really strong start. But the next one though is called Rekindle, and I guess this is Siege. Okay, that makes sense. So if this is Stainless and the next one is Siege, I do recognize the name. People have mentioned that in my Discord. Siege, that is a character. And this is also Return to Mist. Interesting. Okay. So two songs for the same chapter. Oh, another cat person. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Interesting vocals. They kind of give me a bit of a... They almost give me tribal vibes. Yeah, exactly. Terrible Gamer, tribal. Like, if I mean, the only thing I could think of was like Avatar, as in the movie Avatar, not Avatar: The Last Airbender, which was curious. Lion King, ooh, yes. I could also see her as being a lioness as well. That is one of the races, isn't it? Like, there's a specific cat race that is lion. Although I wouldn't necessarily say this is, Aslan. Okay, nice, yes. Although I wouldn't necessarily say this is African tribal either. It doesn't... I mean... Okay, I will preface this by saying that Africa is a massive continent, so I can't necessarily say that I know all of it, but it doesn't remind me of the ones I know of. Zulu. Ah. Yes. That could... Okay, yeah. I can see that. I don't know much about Zulu, so yeah, that could very well be. That's South Africa, isn't it? Or Southern Equator, at least. I love the... I do love the vocals, though. All I know of Africa is Toad. Oh, is that it? Jesus, that went quickly. Wow. That was a really nice song. And it's kind of funny that it did... It did focus a lot on the more folk music in this. Like, it did focus more on the tribal vocals. I want to say I don't want to keep saying tribal just in case I'm being insensitive, because it could very well still be music that's done today, but you get what I mean, like the vibe rather. It goes fast when you're enjoying it. Yeah, that has been the theme for all of Arknights so far. But yeah, it's quite curious that it focused a lot on that, which makes me wonder how that relates to the character. Because again, Siege, I don't know anything about. I haven't really seen anything of them until now. I also don't know that much about the world because, again, that was very much that did give like tribal vibes, but not in the same way that Sargon does. Like, it's different kinds of tribal inspired authentic folk music. Which does make me wonder, because I don't know too much about Terra beyond what I've done, so I wonder if there is any link to that, if there's sort of a... Because I know the place where Cruz and Amia are from is kind of like a Australia almost event type thing. So maybe in later chapters, yeah, Rim Bilton. So maybe in later chapters of Victoria, they start linking to more colonial aspects. Or maybe I'm just bullshitting. I could just be bullshitting, but it is interesting that they did sort of give a like it, because this is a Victoria character, but not a stereotypical Victoria, i.e., British kind of music compared to some of the other Victoria characters. So it is kind of curious at that. So I do wonder if there's some link there, if they're going to start alluding to more like areas or other sort of subgroups within nations and that. Interesting. I do like her boots. A bit random, I know. It's just I like her boots. They look nice. I might have to see if there's some of those in in real life that I can get. Her official faction's name is the Glasgow Gang. Oh, interesting. But even then, I wouldn't necessarily. Well, I mean, I suppose Glasgow doesn't necessarily mean Scottish, but the first thing I think of when I hear of the Glasgow Gang would be Scotland, which isn't quite, but it's still interesting. Relation with our real world is a mere coincidence. True, that is fair. Or any, rather. Isn't Aslan a mythical line in English? Yes, it is. Aslan. Well, no, it's not mythical. Aslan comes from a epic fantasy novel or series of epic fantasy novels called Narnia. The first one being The Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe. Aslan is the lion and a Jesus figure. Quite literally, he sacrifices himself and then he comes back in 3 days' time to help turn the tides of the battle. I saw that movie. Yeah, the movie is actually really good. It's one of the few book adaptations that is actually quite good. Victorian Doc Martens. Ah, yeah, actually, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. But yeah, so Aslan is a lion, and Aslan is based on partly British sort of thing because the writer, but is also Aslan is quite older. Oh yeah, that is true. I'm thinking of mainly Aslan from Narnia, which might be the link because of Victoria, but there is more to Aslan, isn't there? Yeah, that's one I might have to look up a bit more. Also, welcome back, still. I hate doing Wi-Fi. I can understand that, yeah. But anyway, so the next one though. Oh God, what is that pronunciation? What is that? Okay, so the title is called A Sweet Rendezvous. I do not know how to pronounce this person's name. Okay, that's weird because it's got a Y and a J. That is a Scandinavian name, but normally the J makes a Y sound, but it's also got a Y, which is also a Y sound. Why is there two Y sounds in the same? I'm assuming it's Ayafyal, Ayafyala, Ayafyala would be my assumption. Icelandic, just like the volcano. I know nothing about Iceland. Ayafyala. Okay, yeah. So okay, yeah. The perks of having friends that are Scandinavian. Well, yeah, I mean, I figured that because normally when you see the J after a vowel, it's a Scandinavian, so it's a Y sound, so fjord. People already know who based on how confused you are. Oh, the same thing happened with one of the other characters in the previous stream. Or the Icelandic volcano. Oh, interesting. So right off the bat, I'm going to assume this might be... I wonder how much relation they would have to the actual volcano. Let's see. Ah. I wonder how much relation to the volcano this song will have, I said just seconds ago. Okay, never mind.
When you speak, it sounds like the sweetest melody. Gets my heart all fuzzy, just like a bumblebee. What a dream it is to be in your company. It's a fairy tale, I hope I'll never have to leave. The autumn leaves may fall away, but my memories will forever stay.
Oh, I like her tail, like it's really big and fluffy, and using it as a blanket.
It mirrors your candlelight eyes, lights up our nectarine skies. You glow like your heart of gold. You glow from your head to toe. You glow with a marigold hue. You glow like the sky on a harvest moon.
A really nice, cozy image. I also like the piano. Oh, it disappeared the moment I moved my cursor to show it.
When you tell me, look now, the skies are tangerine. My eyes are glued to you, instead you're enchanting me. When you catch me staring, you smile from cheek to cheek. It's a fairy tale, I hope will last like evergreen. Soon we may see falling snow, but I could never feel the cold. 'Cause when I'm with you, I feel gold like my afterglow.
I like this song, it's really nice to chill.
It mirrors your candlelight eyes, lights up
I like the little,
sky.
almost,
You glow like your heart of gold. You glow from your head to toe.
almost treehouse kind of
Gold hue.
look to the building.
On a harvest moon.
Oh, saxophone. Quite sort of like 70s, 80s soul. I think soul is the right genre.
Gold like my afterglow. Gold like my afterglow. It mirrors your candlelight eyes, lights up our nectarine skies. You glow like your heart of gold. You glow from your head to toe. You glow with the marigold hue.
Marigold hue.
The sky on a harvest
That's interesting. Marigolds are a yellowish flower, aren't they?
Gold like my afterglow. I'm living a dream in paradise, long as I have you by my side. You glow like your heart of gold. You glow from your head to toe.
I love all the sweets there. The cakes and the muffins and the macarons.
Sky on a harvest moon.
Oh, little bunny. Wow, that was a nice little song. That was a nice little chill vibe. There we go. That was a nice little song. Nice little, I like the little chill image as well. Also, not gonna lie, in the bottom left corner, that kind of makes me think of a Genshin Impact camera. I think it's probably more so like a speaker of some sorts, but it looks like those. Oh, like it looks like the camera. I wonder if that piano is one of those automatic ones as well, or like you could put it in, because normally those flat ones are. But anyway, yeah, so it's a really nice song, a really nice little like sort of chill vibe song. I don't know any of the characters, unfortunately. Or well, I might do. There might be different outfits, but I don't recognize the characters right off the bat, at least. But they look like they're having a nice time. Nice little, little tea party sort of thing. Aya is one of the most infected characters, but she has no crystals visible. It's all internal. Oh, interesting. Wow. That's quite a clever way of writing a character, to be honest, where, like, you expect the most infected characters to have a lot of physical altercations, or alterations, rather, and yet they don't have it. That is quite an interesting sort of. There's a child prodigy, but basically going blind and deaf from. Yeah, okay, I see. Oh, that's quite a. Yeah, that is quite unfortunate, really. Unlike Path to Nowhere, that the corrupted world turned violent. Right, okay. So this is just another one of those songs where it's like really happy go lucky vibes, and then it's like you find out it's actually really sad. Typical Arknights. Yeah, I do really like the song. I really like the vibes to it. I was quite a nice song, quite a nice chill sort of almost autumn-y kind of vibes. And I don't just mean like because of the orange. I just mean in general, like it has that sort of autumn time feel. Just enjoy the moment like that. Yeah, there's quite a lot of that in Arknights, I suppose. There's quite a lot of good to sort of like moral of the story sort of moments where it is just, sort of like this is shitty, so just enjoy the good time sort of thing. I do quite like that. But still, the next one, oh, the next one is Go My Way. So looks like it's someone called Virgil and also Siracusano. Siracusano. Yes, Il Siracusano, which I believe is that's the Italy inspired place, right? With the mafia kind of vibes. I wonder if that'll be somewhat related or maybe not. Let's see how it goes in. Ooh. Very cowboy-esque. Yeah, very cowboy-esque. Almost Bon Jovi-like. Okay, very Bon Jovi-like. Ooh. He looks cool.
All the risk was worth the gamble.
He looks very pretty.
Town what we need. Crumbled walls and empty
On a steel horse I ride, I'm growing, dead or alive. Yeah, like it just gives me.
family ties to build a home. We ride kinda cool, play the fool when kings all lie. We ride for peace that we kill to bring to life. We ride on the chance things will finally go my way. We ride for a new flag with no guarantee.
God, I can't stop thinking of Bon Jovi now. Like it just gives me that. Like obviously, I'm talking specifically Bon Jovi on his own, not the band. So like Wanted Dead or Alive or Blaze of Glory.
They'll push no matter what you say. Keep your dragons locked and loaded.
Also, I love this bloke's voice. I might actually have to see who this is, 'cause it sounds very familiar. Also, he is very pretty, not gonna lie. Oh, come on, it's nearly over. Ah, god damn it, every time. Every time. Every time I'm just vibing to the song, and it's immediately like the vibe reaches its peak, and then it's gone. It's over. It's like I want to listen to more. I want it to be 6 minutes long. I want it to be as long as Virgil's theme in Devil May Cry. I want it to be 9 minutes long. By the time, oh, by the way, by the time we get their patch, we will get the Italian dub. Oh, nice. Good. Like, more? Yes. Does it show? Oh, it doesn't say who. Ah. I'll need to look up who the singer is, because it does remind me of someone I do actually listen to, but I can't think of who. But still, so apparently the next song is related to this one. And that is Sentenced. Okay, very Law and Order vibe. For a character called Penance, I suppose, which I guess again, Law and Order vibe. Although Penance is normally more spiritual, but still, let's see how it goes. And again, this is for Il Siracusano. Electric guitar? Maybe not. I think it's acoustic, but it's been plugged in. Ooh.
I tried so hard to be the one who improves it, but the harder I fought, the worse we got. I got lost and I let my morals get diluted. A gavel strike can end a life.
Oh, I like her voice.
So my gavel falls like an
Yeah, this song is quieter compared to. Let me just.
How did my uncle get so fragile and fluid?
Okay, let's see.
Isn't it obvious that my conscience has bruises? I just wanna come clean, but don't you see? My hands are tied by an institution in ruin.
Mason Liebman. Okay, interesting.
On my shoulder, replaced by monsters. Your face in the mirror, I barely know her. I became a foot soldier who swings for the ones that hold power.
Her name is Lavinia Falcon or Falcone, one of the two. Is a reference to a real-life Italian judge Giovanni Falcone, who spent his career prosecuting mafia cases. Oh, interesting. Oh, building up. Yep, there it is. You can always tell the build up where it just goes to do 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 on drums. Does Mafia still exist on Italia? Yes, it does. Oh, goddamn, another one that's just ended way too quickly. So I want to say, just right off the bat, Penance and Virgil are on the opposite side. Because with Virgil, I got Mafia vibes. But then Penance is very much the prosecutor, judge, or, you know, sort of vibe. So I kind of get the impression those two are either enemies or at the very least just on other ends of the spectrum. Which definitely does make an interesting dynamic. I do quite like when Arknights do that, where they post the EPs and it's like, here's one song, and then here's the song of the person on the other side of the fight. It's quite an interesting vibe. But that was a really good one. I like how hers was Am I pronouncing it wrong? I'm fairly certain it's Vigil. Or Vigil. Virgil. See, now, in English we say Virgil. For some reason, I'm not sure why. Because it's not written that way. It's not spelt that way. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so it is definitely quite an interesting one. I definitely need to Vigil, there's no R. Yeah, I know. This is something about the way we pronounce it in English. For some reason, we kind of add an R into the pronunciation. We do it a lot because it's the same with Dante's Inferno. It is Vigil, but we often say Virgil for some reason. I don't know why. It is specifically an English pronunciation thing. It's not necessarily to do with the language or the spelling. It's just kind of just colloquial how we say it for some reason. But yeah, I'll try to keep saying Vigil, but but yeah, so yeah, definitely an interesting thing seeing like the two sides of the coin, I suppose you could say. Be interesting to see what they're like in the future. Is Il Siglo de Cusano, is it one of the chapters or is it one of the events? I do remember seeing the animated trailer, but I can't remember if it was a chapter or an event. It's an event, okay. Or a side story. Right. Well, same thing, I suppose. Definitely an interesting one. It's in 3 or so months. Oh yeah, that's right, because it was the Chinese trailer that I was reacting to. So yeah, so it's not out yet. Interesting. It's like an anniversary event. Semi-anniversary for Chinese server 3.5. Oh, okay, interesting. There's quite a lot of songs actually for this particular event. This is going to be the 3rd one. And it is Thorns in You. It's called Texasi Ometosa. The Ometosa. I think that's a Mafia rank, if I remember correctly. I don't think it's one of the... Or maybe I'm getting it wrong. I might be confusing it for another one. But I'm fairly certain it's one of the ranks, isn't it? It's... An Ometosa is someone who doesn't snitch. Oh, okay. Yes, let's see what this one is like. There is a song for each 6-star operators, and the event has 3. Oh, I see, okay. Oh, very Italian. Right, this is the skin she has in the trailer. It looks really nice.
There's a threshold you cross
Oh,
when the
this is nice.
boat starts to turn. It's a rook.
Oh, there's Lapland in the background.
Pleading your presence of peace.
Is that Vigil?
Stories rewrite, stars fleet the night, judging the cover by look.
It is. Okay, nice.
There's a dusty old line in the sand, blown to bits by my pen. No longer tempting the muse. People
I love this kind of song.
promise I made, fight over, fight I'll refuse.
I like how you can tell it's Lapland. She's the person on the main menu of my Arknights game, so that's how I always recognize her.
Why you can say you don't think that way?
Oh, I like the song.
Come and go, no longer am
I like the genre of music, and while I know it's Mafia, I do also think of like America 1920s, Al Capone sort of era as well. I suppose Al Capone is also... Is it Al Capone or Al Capone? It's one of the two. I know it's Italian doesn't silence the vowel, but every person I know says Al Capone, so I don't know. Or Al Capone, rather. Jazz bar? Yeah, it's that sort of... No, not serenade. It's one of those sort of songs that you hear in the...
At the end of
But it does give me that sort of speakeasy club sort of vibe.
teasing temptation and greed. Now
Which I guess does make sense, because they are very much linked, Mafia and the American Italian groups.
only to be give and take, ties that you break.
Me when the Perestroika rather, in GTA 4. Oh, right, yeah.
No
GTA 4 is the New York themed one, isn't it?
And on your hands won't do. Judge not
Right.
their thoughts in you.
Again, so short. So short. It's really difficult to get a bead on the music. To be fair, Siracusa is a blend of Italy and Prohibition America. Okay, yeah, that does make sense, to be fair. Because again, they are very closely linked because of, like, you know, Al Capone, that very, well, not famous, infamous aspect of Prohibition America was very much Italian or Sicilian. And in the end, he wasn't even arrested for his mafia ties. He was arrested for tax evasion, which is hilarious when I think about it. Imagine being a massive crime boss and you get done because you didn't pay your bills on time. But anyway, no one messes with the IRS. They even make a joke about it in the actual um Batman comics and cartoons. Even the Joker one, yeah, exactly. Even the Joker one, because he was saying like, "Oh, I've got to pay my IRS, otherwise they'll get me because I can't, because you can't plead insanity for tax evasion because it's something that you deliberately do." This song reminds me of 91 Days. Oh yeah, true. Always the tax to get every criminal, even a joke. Yeah, literally. But yeah, I do love it. It does definitely give me definitely the more American side of the mafia as opposed to the Italian side, because it is more of the, because it's the point where you get the Italian or Sicilian mafia and then you blend it in with the blues and the jazz. And so you get that sort of speakeasy serenade singer, you know, the sort of person that you could see, like, you know, walking around the bar singing, flirting with the patrons, sort of thing, that you see in all those, like, stereotypical movies. To be fair, that was just the only thing that, yeah, exactly. That is the thing. Like, it's one of the easiest ones to pin on because it's like the only very easy thing to like base on. Government's favorite method of catching criminals. Yeah. So, lesson to everyone: if you plan on having organized crime, pay your taxes at least. Please do not follow any advice I give you on crime. But so, moving on though, and this, okay, so this is now, we're moving away from Il Siracosa, and we are now, or Siracusano rather, not Siracosa, that's more Spanish. We're now moving away, and I do not know this one at all. This is probably one of the ones that I've reacted to from the trailers, but I don't recognize the name of it. So it's Flame Shadow. Read in the Flame Shadow and what the Firelight casts. Okay, so I'm assuming that's another either chapter or a event. Let me see then. Okay, right off the bat, fairly. Ooh, fantasy or oriental? I'm gonna go with fantasy. It sounds very fantasy-esque. Oh, is it Harm Assist? Okay. Oh, interesting. I think I've seen a design before. Ooh. Oh. Oh, I love this kind of music. It's fantasy, partly Celtic, but very much what you would expect of Elven.
you be afraid. I would never ever lead you astray.
This song sounds like it could fit in Dragon's Dogma. True, yes.
When my fire fades, may it carry on burning
I love these kinds of musics.
every grieving heart.
This is actually getting me in the mood for playing some sort of fantasy game.
Freeze you with freezing winds. If your soul calls, come resolve to the same.
This has definitely been a very...
Like your pulse, and you'll feel my flame.
It is very much a lean on me song, a, you know, come to me for help if you ever need anything sort of song. Especially the lyrics. It is that sort of warmth that, you know, you can come to me for anything sort of thing. Which I suppose makes sense. Someone did say they were a medic, so that does sort of explain it.
Let me be your flame. Don't you be afraid. I would never ever lead you astray. Though there may come a day when my fire fades, may it carry on burning bright in every grieving heart.
Oh, there may come a day when my fire fades. Reminds me of Celtic Lady. Oh, gee, yes, Celtic Lady, the band. Also, though, there may come a day when my fire fades. Does she have something terminal? No, don't end. Oropathy. Well, okay, yeah, yes, to be fair, I guess everyone with oropathy has it terminal, but she seemed very aware that there may be a possibility that she won't be around much longer. Because obviously, we're all going to die eventually, but normally we don't talk about it. We don't, talk about it as if it's something that you have to prepare for. So it's kind of interesting that she talks about it as if it's something to prepare for. So it is very much lean on me. I am here for whenever you need me, but there may be a time where I won't be. And it's kind of it's kind of a weird. It suddenly makes the very warm song quite melancholy. Like very quickly, just from that one line, just immediately shifted the tone of the song. Like the song itself didn't change, it was just that bit. It's kind of weird how sort of like tone shifts happened with that. That is an interesting one. In the meantime, I did hear someone say she's a pharmacist as well. That does make me curious as to how she works. Also, oh god, that music did really give me great fantasy vibes. Like, I really want to play a fantasy game. So much so, actually, that if any of you know, like, fantasy-themed games, whether it be RPGs or gachas, let me know in the Discord, in the game suggestions, because I do kind of really want to get back into that sort of theme of storytelling as well. It just really did put me in the mood for that as well, just because of that kind of that feeling, that vibe of music. I do really love those songs. Still, a really nice song, really interesting character. A lot of these characters I'm gonna have to look up, except for obviously like the obvious ones like Texas, but a lot of the characters besides it I'm gonna have to look up because of I haven't really seen them. Can you refresh the playlist maybe? Just what positions? Oh, okay. 1 second, let me just... Dragons. Oh. Have you played Gothic? No, it sounds familiar though. I think I've seen the title before. Dragon's Dogma and Final Fantasy 14 is my usual fantasy game. I did play the trial of Final Fantasy 14, and I absolutely loved it. It was just unfortunately at the time I didn't have the money to continue as a membership, so I might look into just getting the game. I think now you can just one-time purchase it, can't you? I think. But yeah, I definitely actually need to get into Final Fantasy again. And if you guys want, I can stream some of it as well if I do. But still, that's... Anyway, let's moving on to the next one, though. The next one is... Okay. I cannot read the text because I'm fairly certain that's Chinese, and I do not know how to read Chinese letters. But it is for Chongyue. I Vernal song? No, not yet. It's another person. I do not recognize. I can't think of how to pronounce it. I'm gonna assume Chongyue or Chongye. Chongyue. It's it's a really difficult one because the Y and the U makes the U sound regardless how you do it. So it's like trying to put two of the same pronunciation together. But still, so where vernal winds will never blow. Interesting. Chongyu. Oh, okay. Oh, so like a U. Oh, I'm surprised I'm surprised I didn't see that because I know someone who does have a U sound in. Okay. Or U air, something like that. Right, I see. Ooh. Okay, this is the Asian. Definitely Asian inspired. I would say almost Tibetan to an extent. Ooh. Okay, dragon. I'm assuming from tail. Oh. Hello. In Chinese means mountains. Oh, interesting. Oh, he's the one in the animated trailer, isn't he? I think I even remember the building. Also, not gonna lie, he's kind of hot. Oh. Yes. Okay, right. I thought it was him. So, okay, so it was to mean he is as immovable as a mountain. He who excels in martial arts. Oh, interesting. Why did he lose that? Why has he got less clothes on? This is not fair. Oh, I love the song. I do really love like just Asian in general when it comes to music. I know each individual area has different, songs and genres, but I just mean in general, I really like the music from that region. His clothing is inspired from workout wushu clothes. Oh, interesting. So, yes, he is the representative of the art of wushu. Okay. I'm assuming that's a kind of martial art? Or a kind of principle, at least. Yes. Okay, really cool. That's really cool. I should look it up then. I should see what it's like and how it differs to other ones. Oh, fuck. Why is it going so quickly? I wanted more. Oh god, I could have listened to that for ages. If that was like a main menu theme, I would have stayed in the menu for like an hour just listening to the song, like on repeat. I need that scenery. Yeah, I do really love the mountains. It does give me slight Tibetan vibes. I mean, I don't know if that's quite the direction they're going with, but it does make me feel like that. He is also a stunt director for Nyan B. Okay, nice. For Nyan B tier movie, rather. That doesn't surprise me, to be fair. Because he's related to Nyan, isn't he? If I remember correctly, or something like that. They feel so short, but then you realize it's actually standard length for song. I know, right? It's so weird. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of songs I listen to, and I love a lot of songs. I mean, hell, I listen to like Bury the Light. And that's like 9 minutes, nearly 10 minutes long. But these ones just go so quickly, or they feel like they go so quickly. By the way, did I ever mention that the Sui family or Sui family represents the Chinese cultures? Oh, um, that does sound familiar. You might have before, but I didn't. I'm not overly familiar with the different Chinese cultures, to be honest. He is literally her brother. Okay, yeah, okay. So they are from the same family. Each member of the family is a different art form. Oh, that's really cool. So how many art forms are there then in like in real life in Chinese in the Chinese arts? Nian being the ancient forgery of swords, Dusk the ink paintings, Ling the poetry, and Zhongye the wushu martial arts. Oh, I see. There's 12. Okay, or 14. Someday, sometime we will have a Power Rangers of Swiss siblings. Oh God. Oh, that's really cool. I do need to look up more like just information in general on that part of the world. It's such an area that we just don't really learn much here. There is also the brother that is a cook, though we don't know the name. Okay, to represent the concept of a whole round of years in Chinese. Okay, interesting. Three nights. Sounds cool. That sounds really cool, to be honest. Yeah, really interesting, a really good song rather, and a really interesting character. And I'm not just saying that because of the lack of jacket that he had earlier, but but still, like it's a really really interesting character. I definitely need to look up more about him. I did think he was really cool in the trailer, I must admit. There is one that does pottery and one that plays Go or Go. Okay, that's really cool. Farmer is Chinese plant crops with the 24 seasons. Oh, okay. You sure are, Karma? We need an eye tracker. Do not tempt me. I have considered it, and then I thought, oh no, that would be way too horrible. Also, bear in mind, I don't make eye contact with people, and that includes on screen. So I will look down towards people's chests, just in general, and so that would look really wrong. So I do not want to. As an artist, muscles are the most satisfying part to draw. I definitely agree with that. It's been a long time since I've drawn people, but I used to do male anatomy specifically a lot more, and I do really like, especially, yeah, like muscles specifically, because it's like the more blocky sort of drawing in, and it's just But still, anyway, so moving on to the next one now. So let's see where this goes. Okay, so this is the same event or chapter, and this one is another one which I cannot pronounce the title because it's in an alphabet that I do not speak. Well, not an alphabet, it's symbols, isn't it? Or, I don't know, either or. And it is Lin. Where where the Vernal will where the Vern wait, is that different? Oh yeah, where vernal winds will never blow. Yeah, okay, so Lin. Okay, more Asian inspired, which makes sense. I'm guessing is this Yan? It does seem Chinese, so I'm assuming Yan. But I'm assuming not Lungman, it's part of Yan proper. She looks cool, not gonna lie. Ooh. Oh, I like that. The distortion in that. Oh, it is Lungman. Okay. That's weird. It's interesting. It didn't make me think of Lungman. It made me think of actually more mainland China compared to Hong Kong. So I assumed it might have been like, you know, mainland or proper Yan as opposed to Lungman. But okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's interesting if it is still Lungman. The best thing about the song is the fact that she's saving the dumplings till the end, and when we aren't looking, she's okay. I need to pay attention to that. Keep your eyes on the dumplings, yes. Also, what's in the tin? Oh, those are chopsticks. I wasn't sure at first because they looked way too long, assuming they go all the way into the tin. But that's interesting. Is that what they do in stores? Is that what they do in restaurants or street vendors or whatever there? Just have the chopsticks in a tin to just pull it out from? Yes. Oh, okay, that's really cool. I mean, I suppose not remotely the same thing, but we kind of do that with straws. We wouldn't think of doing that with like actual eating utensils. That is kind of interesting. Street stall usually will just do that. Okay, so you literally just... Oh, you literally did just run off with the... Wow, she literally just took it. No, I need to take that back. Oh no! Ah! There we go. What a rat! Jesus. Just immediately yoinks all the food. Anyway, let's see. Pretty normal even in Chinese restaurants here in Europe. Oh, really? I've never seen that here in Spain. Although, to be fair, normally we just have the regular, European utensils. And if we have to specifically ask for chopsticks if we want chopsticks, and then we just take them with us if we wanted to, but they're generally quite cheap anyway. But I've just never seen that just out as it is. I mean, it's weird. I know I'm reacting to the music, and yet that is the most interesting thing that that caught my attention. It's weird. I know. It's just I've just never really seen that before. But I do love the fact that she just took all the food as well. Mood. I feel kinship with her. That is definitely something I do. But a really nice song, and again, like that sort of sorry about that. I like how you can just tell, where like even if I didn't look at the image and see all the letters and all that sort of stuff, I would have still realized it was like young Lungman or Yan just from the music. And I do like how Arknights do that, and it's like it creates the culture. I mean, I guess it's sort of easier when they are basing it on real places, but it's still the fact that you just sort of you can get the feeling of it, you can get the idea of where it is. Like even without the imagery, you can still sort of see it as being like, an alleyway in somewhere in Asia, and like it's just sort of like the places you expect to sort of hear the music or whatever. Or not necessarily in person, but like it's the sort of thing you would expect to hear the music if it was like a scene. That scene is exactly like the alley I used to eat at during my school days. It's honestly, that is really cool. We don't really have these sorts of things where I live, so it always looks really cool when I see it on like artwork that people post or in films or shows or animes. I don't know what it is about it. It's just there's always something really interesting about it. I get it, it's like I get that probably for everyone who lives it, it's just everyday life. I suppose it's just the fact that, because we don't have it, it always looks more interesting. It's probably not that big of a deal for anyone who lives in these places. It's always just been like a really interesting thing for us because we just don't really have this as much. Like it's all very wide open, very indoor and quiet. Maybe there is a false bottom. Oh, yeah, okay, that would make sense to the chopsticks because those are very long. It would be very long chopsticks if they went all the way to the bottom. So yeah, there must be like a false floor in the middle. Oh yeah, the best thing about these stalls, extremely cheap food and it's delicious. See, that makes me the most jealous. If I want anything like this, it's gonna cost me at least 20 euros for like a dish for myself. If I'm with friends, it will cost easily 60 euros. It gets pretty expensive very quickly. And just in general, not just for Asian food, but in general, you just don't really have street food in Europe. You do for events and like specific festivals, but just in general, you want food outside of your home, you go to a restaurant and then you pay restaurant prices. Donna, well, I mean, even then, though, even going to takeouts, it's still quite. It's not really that. It's not really the same sort of. I suppose it depends on place, maybe. To be fair, again, I can only go on the UK and Spain for my personal like anecdotal experience. I traveled abroad, and the amount of food to price is scary. Yeah, it is quite pricey. Like, it's weird though, because for us it's normal. That's the thing though with the difference in places. For me, it's quite normal. But then if I were to go to places like Thailand, it would be ridiculously cheap for me. Like, I mean, I know it's cheap in general, but like it would the price comparison and the purchasing power is vastly different. That I would get even more stuff if I wanted to. And it's like it is so much cheaper compared to Europe. It is amazing. 20 euros for something that might even be wrongly done. Seeing Uncle Roger review cooking good. That is true, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't know what it's like in most places. In the UK, it's a bit hit or miss. In Spain, most of like, especially when it comes to like Asian food, for example, the restaurants are owned, managed, and staffed by um families from whatever country the food they're trying to that not trying to whatever foods they're making, they tend to come from the country where it originates from anyway. So a Chinese restaurant, it will be, Chinese chefs, Chinese manager, everything. So it's a little bit different here where I am. Like, you can trust that it's done the way it should be done. The only difference may be the ingredients, because they might not necessarily be able to get the right things, but for the most part it is done the way it should be. But so there is a slight difference. So I know, for example, in some places, in some parts of the world, it's the theme of the food, but then not necessarily by people who have any idea what to do. So I know sometimes it can be bad, but it's quite good here. But I definitely want to go to I definitely want to go travel east at some point, visit some places. Donna was very cheap and really good for a while when the shops were popping up everywhere. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, I enough of me talking about food. I've made myself hungry, but enough talking about food. Moving on to the next one. And this is another event, I'm assuming, or another chapter or whatever. We have again another one I can't pronounce, and it is, or can't say rather, because I don't know the language, but it is I'm gonna assume Chui Bai, or Chiu Bai rather. Yeah, Chiu Bai. I'm gonna assume because it's QIU, so Chiu. I'm assuming, and Bai B. Yeah, Chiu Bai. Yeah, okay, nice. And it is a death in Junfen. Okay. Ooh. Already into a little bit of dramatic. Interesting fact, when her surname isn't used as a surname, it means revenge or vengeance. Oh, interesting. This is kind of interesting. So, the music in the background is obviously more Oriental. I'm saying Oriental because I'm assuming Asian, but I don't know whereabouts. But the guitar is almost Spanish, which is a really interesting blend. I mean, I'm assuming there's probably guitars like this in China as well. I'm not gonna say that it's not, but it's kind of interesting because you got that the guitar does feel very Spanish, especially in the way that they use it as a percussion as well as the string. But then you've got the more Asian inspired in the background. It's quite interesting. Oh, and now there's the electric guitar. Oh, I like the whining of the guitar. I can't remember what it's actually called with guitars, but I always call it whining, where it's just that meow. It's because they're using the lever, aren't they, for the guitar? That you use the lever to tug on the string. She's got a really cool design as well. I definitely like the guitar in this. Okay, it looks like she's got a sword. That thing hanging off the waist almost reminded me of a vision, not gonna lie. It made me think of a Genshin vision just because of the way it sort of dangled there on the side. Alright, an interesting song. That was really cool with the guitar as well. I do really like the guitar. I like how it was. I do like how it had that sort of folk vibe to begin with, and then it kind of went into the more modern guitar and sort of like influences of other parts. I don't know where this is or where the character's from. Again, from the name, it does make me think of Yan, but it could also be other places. Definitely really interesting song. I do really like it. And she's a very interesting character. It did give me a very serious vibe, the way that the music played, and of course mixed in with her image. It does give me a more serious, more not necessarily cold, but like that sort of stone, like, sort of vibe. Quite curious one. Most of these characters I'm gonna have to look up to. There's only a handful of characters in this stream that I already knew. Most of these are either new or I just haven't seen them at all. Definitely need to look at them a bit more, and this character in particular, because I know nothing of this character. Unless I have seen them before, and maybe that's an outfit, but I don't recognize the character is what I mean. Although moving on, and this is a character that I do know, and I'm fairly certain this is Ark. But this is the 2023 Lunar New Year theme. And again, a title that I do not know how to say because it's a different language. Although it looks like a question because it's got a question mark at the end. And yes, you're right still. This is the thumbnail song. And the last one, unfortunately, of the playlist. I swapped this one because the Goofy song. Oh, God's sake, Ringo. Oh, I like the song. I was gonna say, I was gonna ask if this was the ether. Oh, I love the way they use authentic instruments. So we've got Lee being all dramatic and shit, and then the rest are just... I love that. I don't know what it is about him. It's just, there's something that looks really cool about him. And then this person, I can't remember what they're called, but they just give big himbo energy. I don't know if that's the case, but I just get big himbo energy from this person. The one with the white and the red. Oh, there we go. Luffy, Rengoku. Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to unsee that now that you've said that. It literally does look like him. What the hell? And of course you got Waifu. From left to right, Hung, Waifu, Lee, and Ark, yeah. Oh, there we go. No, no, don't bring them back. I want more. God damn it! Every time. God, I love this group. I have not seen these group yet. I've not seen this group. I mean, by group I mean as in the group of characters. I have not seen them in the game yet, but I just want them. They always look really cool. I don't know. They just seem like a fun group to be around. But anyway, I actually do want to do one thing first. Someone mentioned that there was a PV that I hadn't reacted to yet. What was it? Was it for the death in wherever? Death in Junfen. So there's a PV for that event, and it wasn't. It was. I'm guessing it was released after I did the reaction to the Chinese trailers. I'm assuming. Let me see. In Junfen PV. Okay, so it's still Kazdel team. Oh yeah, of course they did the Chinese trailers. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me copy link address. Junfen is a small season in the 24 Chinese seasons of the calendar. 24 seasons. That is a big number of seasons. So anyway, let me see then. So I've got just double check, make sure that's up. There we go. Okay, so this will be the last one. It's going to be a PV thing because I do not want to miss PVs. If a new PV comes out, I'm going to watch it, even if it's in the middle of a different stream. Chunfen means the splitting of spring. Okay. Interesting. I have to look at that. God, there's so much that I need to there's so much that I need to look into when it comes to that part of the world, I must admit. So it's dated around the March, right? That explains why I wouldn't have seen it then, because this is obviously quite a bit after then. Okay, so well, this is 2.5 minutes. Not bad for a PV compared to the PVs I reacted to where it was like, 10 seconds long. Auto-generated, okay. Who was that just then? Who's... Oh, that's, person. I do not mean that to be a cop-out, I just can't remember her name. That guy, yes. Oh, that looks awesome. Oh, she was the one that we just reacted to. Okay, I'm assuming that's arts. Very similar to Lapland's, like black and white wipes. Okay, interesting. Oh, there goes that classic tune. Oh, that was a really cool skin. I need to go back for that. Oh, that's a really cool looking skin. She is basically a 6-star Lapland without silence. Oh, I see what you... Okay. Wow. I love the purples in this. And that looks pretty cool as well, I gotta admit. What's this? High Autumn. New products, okay. Oh, these are more outfits. Oh, I like the nice little campfire. Okay, live 2D. Oh, this was the Enforcer, I think. Yeah, Enforcer. I love that outfit. I want that. I don't even think I have Enforcer. I just want the outfit. Oh, wait, hang on. I need to... Who is that? I don't remember that person. Chive? I recognize the rest, just not that person. I think I have seen them in one of the trailers. I just only just recognize them now. I don't think I've ever seen them in game. Interesting. They look quite nice, not gonna lie. Enforce skin with certain flowers, not a bit into. AKA the theme of the ABC gang. Oh, right. Oh, Asta and Roca. Okay, and that was another I've forgotten what it's called. The one with the 400 enemies. What's it called? Annihilation? Is that one of the Annihilation things? Okay, it is. Okay, nice. Oh, and oh, that looks nice. Damn, that was quite nice. That is interesting. I'm going to assume it's probably going to be a few months until that comes in. Karma question, will you do a reaction to battle theme next? Um, at the moment, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it for the boss battle theme or the copyrighted EPs. I'm gonna do both. I'm not sure which one will be next. 6 months at least. Lobby themes, etc. in a separate playlist. Yeah, there is quite a few that I need to do. There's gonna be a lot more reaction content. This is the end of the non-copyright EPs, but don't worry, there is a lot more stuff that I'm going to be listening to. Easy burned through the PVs and trailers quite quickly. I did actually, yeah. It was only two parts set for the trailers. To be fair though, the PVs were quite easy because it was like 10 seconds for a lot of them. But yeah, there's definitely a lot more music that I'm going to be reacting to. I definitely want to get into the boss music at some point as well. Look forward to you listening to JT8-3 music. Okay, I don't think I recognize the stage at all. I have to see which one that is. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff that I'll be reacting to at some point. Just throughout the weeks, throughout the coming months, just as I have been. I'm still going to be doing every Thursday. I just need to figure out which one I'm going to do next. That's it. That's episode 8. Oh, okay. So that's going to be a little while. Some boss battle theme will give you PTSD. Oh, yeah. No doubt. If Frost Nova's battle music comes up, or what's his name, Skull Shatterer, immediately I'm going to twitch. I'm gonna like, oh no, this is uncomfortable. Like immediately it's gonna be like, oh no. Copyright ones, boss lobby, battle backgrounds, and CC lobbies. Yeah, there is definitely a lot more to go through, so I will be going through them. But yeah, I'd say we've gone through the entirety of the non-copyright EP playlist. I suppose this is part 6, so that does make sense. It just amazes me how quickly we've gone through them. But I mean, how can you not go through these so quickly? And it's such good music. And there's just something about Arknights. There's just such good tunes that they always do every time. But God, yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I really cannot just express just how much I love Arknight's music. It is just so good. It's like almost a collection of genres in on itself. Like going through like going through a tin of Pringles. Yes, exactly. Honestly, yes. Wait, you still didn't listen to the CC theme? No, I know some of the CCs because of the concert, and obviously I reacted to the recent contingency contract because I played it, and I listened to it on stream when I went into the lobby. But I haven't listened to all of them, so I definitely will be doing that at some point. But honestly, yeah, it's really cool. Here, generate that. But yeah, honestly, really looking forward to what else is to come, not gonna lie. There's just so much. Which is your favorite EP by far? Oh, that is a difficult one to say. That is a really difficult one to say because there's so many good songs. I think the very first that come to mind when reading your question would be, if I had to give an answer, I would say Strachan rather. Yeah, Strachan. And I can't remember the name of it, but Silver Ashes EP. Those two in particular spring to mind immediately. both of those songs have very much stuck with me. I also really like Lullaby. I think it's called Lullaby. Mephisto's and Faust's theme. In fact, for some reason, that song always pops up in my head. Like, I'll just be doing I'll just be doing something and then suddenly I'll be hearing the chorus for Lullaby. I don't know why. It just randomly pops up in my head. Obviously he like Jung because muscular jonglé. Oh shush. Stranchen originally from Franz Schubert. Yep. Yeah, if I had to say, if I had to give an answer, I would honestly say that. But there's so much good ones though. Like I loved Bagpipes theme. I loved Horns theme. I really like Horns theme. I also like what's the other Victoria one? That was really good. There's so much Arknights music that's so good. It's really difficult to say. There's so many that I really like. But nearly 2 hours, so I will say that this will be it for now. Wait for the CC lobby ones. You're clearly not ready. Oh god, yeah, no. I know of 2 or 3 of the songs from the concert and from the actual game itself, and if it's anything like them, oh god, that's gonna be one hell of a stream. Not gonna lie. But yes, until then, no. For the meantime, I will post for those of you who are new in chat or haven't joined the Discord already. I will post my Discord, and I will also post my Twitter. That way, y'all can keep up with whatever I do. You know, any news on streams and stuff, and just general shenanigans because I'm always doing stuff. I'm always doing something. I'm always doing something brain dead stupid, not gonna lie. Also, keep in tune though, because tomorrow I'll be playing some golf with friends with Kat and some other fellow VTubers. And on Saturday, of course, I will be starting Partial Necrosis, the first part of that chapter. I believe chapter 6 is Partial Necrosis. Yeah, Partial Necrosis, yeah. And that is going to be, I already know that's going to be a banger of a chapter. People are constantly bigging up chapter 6. Like people are always like talking about it in one way or another, and it's like, oh, this seems like it's going to be a big one. It's weird because it's like people talk about partial necrosis in the same way people have spoken about Dustpoke Apocalypse when I first started Honkai, and it's now making me think, oh god, this is going to be something, isn't it? Is that wise karma? You barely survived chapter 5. I have been grinding. I've gotten I've got a couple characters to E2, and I've got Korra to E1. I will try to grind a bit more. I hope one day you'll get to CC Risk 18. Yeah, I wish that will happen someday. Maybe the next time. It depends on how much grinding I get to do before the next CC. If they, I'm assuming they're doing another one. The chapter will always get better until chapter 8, and then chapter 8 is just insane. Yeah, I have heard that. I've heard that chapter 8 is basically an epic novel in on itself. You can stream the DOS of Anime. True. I've done quite a bit of it is DOS that is already happening, isn't it? Is that one that's already being done? Yeah, the rerun. I've done all of the yeah, I've done all of the main like story bit of it. I haven't done the EX and I haven't done the other aspect of it, I'll probably be going through that a little bit soon. I heard CC12 is the final. Oh, that's a shame. I hope they do reruns though. You definitely will be able to do Risk 18 in the next CC, but it might be too weak. Oh, okay. Leandro's stat process. Okay, I see. But yeah, so until then, though, thank you so much, everyone, for coming along, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.